Hey everyone, NoModMaster here. Next on our list at number 31 is Covenant. Covenant has an area rank of 24 and a height limit of 2 floors. Covenant is also a caravan merchant stop for armor and clothing merchant Lucas Miller. This settlement also comes with a spoiler alert, so those who have not discovered Covenant yet, this is your final warning.
Head on in.
Once you get to know the residents of Covenant, you'll eventually be forced to make a decision about the crimes that Covenant has committed against Bunker Hill. So this is Covenant. It's a pretty well-preserved settlement. It almost looks like it's in its pre-war state. What's interesting though is that Covenant's not that old. So I'm kind of curious as to how the settlement is so well preserved. This is Penny. She's the merchant in town.
I hope Swanson didn't give you too hard a time at the gate.
And then we have Deezer over here. And Deezer sells lemonade. But it is implied that it's not made from real lemons, because as we all know, citrus is very rare in the Fallout universe. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like after you've decided the fate of Covenant's original inhabitants. So I usually end up killing all of the original inhabitants because they are pretty much doing things that I don't agree with. So here's where I put all of their bodies. I bought as much lemonade as I could before I killed Deezer. And I don't have a guard anymore that will make you take a test. And this is what I ended up doing with the settlement. You can't do much because you can't build more than 2 floors, which is unfortunate. But I was able to squeeze in some new buildings here and there. And I ended up turning this original shop into a marketplace, so not too different from what it was originally. And there's my merchant. You guys might notice that a lot of that stuff is still red, so don't take any of those items or the settlers will be upset because they'll think you're stealing from them. I was able to squeeze another 2-story building back here and give it an additional gate so that it looks like there's a gate for the yard of the other house and a gate for the building. Over here in the corner is a great area to try to go and build over the wall and utilize that space on the outside of Covenant. So here's a little apartment that I built, little studio. And then I've got another one up ahead. And we are currently going over the wall now. And here's the other one. I tend to make the housing on the outside of the settlement more ramshackle, just because they have less protection, especially the ones that are down here, right in the middle of the Commonwealth. So this is what it looks like. I kind of built a little community out here. I also added a shop, so that people that are passing by Covenant don't have to go all the way inside. They can stop at this little shop. I've got a turret. And you can see now when I turn off the workshop how it kind of just looks very unison. You don't realize that it's built right on the edge. So this is the first house. This is my scavenger that lives here. And the next house over here. And then I've got Ann's Chainmail, which is an armor store. And then that's pretty much it. The upper floors are the apartments that we already looked at when we were walking down here. So even though it is one building, the upper floors are much more protected. So there is a few more things to note, and that is that you can't delete the beds inside of the houses. So that is something that you'll just have to accept. You can't really move those beds. Also, make sure you get a copy of the keys for all the buildings in case you're visiting at night. And that pretty much concludes my video for today, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.